Hey G.I. Joe fans, Joe Motion Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review. I want to deeply apologize to you for not having a review up for you last week. It was kind of wacko over here. We had our shower being installed, and I needed to be present for that to explain to the cultured marble specialist on what we wanted exactly for the shower. My mom couldn't explain it due to her stroke. She can talk, but she gets her words mixed up sometimes. So that took up all my days off to get all of that explained to him, and he still didn't finish the job. Somebody else had to come in 2 days later to put the shower head on and the faucet dial, if you want to call it that, and so we could finally get a shower. But yeah, I should have made a video saying sorry, no review this week. But I did put a bumper up for Friday Night Frights, so to get that advertised for everybody. So I do want to apologize to all the G.I. Joe viewers who don't necessarily watch the horror side of the show hosted by Vampire. So today we're going to be winding the clock back to 1985, which wasn't a bad year at all. Bad year at all for G.I. Joe. We got the USS Flag that year, which still holds the record for the biggest toy made. So I'm very happy about that. They also had their share of the smaller toys, such as what we're looking at today, the Forward Observation Unit. This is really cool. I really enjoyed this one as a kid. I just loved everything about it. We primarily used the tent, not all the other stuff. The tent was the big thing for us, the kind of the star of the show for the play set. I'm trying to find my words here. Okay, so going to yojo.com, it says the Forward Observation Unit was released boxed in U.S. toy stores in 1985. It was sold in 86 and discontinued for 87. So we got 2 years of it. It was available in mail order from 1988 to 90, as well as 92 and 93, with other battlefield accessories, including Cobra rifle range, mortar defense unit, machine gun defense unit, and the ammo dump unit, and the missile defense unit. So this thing came in this huge bag full of all of those other smalls from that year. So this is by far not a rare toy. The easily lost and broken pieces of this solely is the small removable parts, and all pieces are easily lost. There are no variations for this. It says the mold was repainted and retooled for the following vehicles. There was no other usage of the Forward Observation Unit, so they didn't re-release this for anything else. So when it was sold through Hasbro Direct for another 4 years, so this thing was available for 6 years, they didn't have to retool or repaint the toy itself. It was also released for Action Force in Europe, and Unidad de Observation Unit in Valenzuela, or no, Avazada. Now, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that wrong. I didn't even know that country existed. My apologies. The original retail price was $2.39. That is really cool. Here on Yojo, on the back of the box, it had the prototype. And I'm pulling that up so I could explain what different color variants. According to, or how the picture looked, it looked like it came with tan figure stands, but the real color of them were green. Unfortunately, I don't have the green battle stands or figure stands. I only have brown, so I put those up there just to show a complete set, or semi-complete, 98% complete, because of the missing battle stands. I know for a fact that I don't have any green ones around anywhere. Most of my figures are on them, and they're not on any green stands. So this is a very cool little toy. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it as a kid. This was a lot of fun to play with. So let me go ahead and pull up some pictures of it for you, so you guys could take a look at it. All right, so I pulled up pictures of the box art and the instructions, or the blueprints, as well as the pieces to this toy, to give you guys a reference if you're looking for parts that are missing. Just refer to this video. For me, the biggest pieces, fortunately I bought this complete, save for the battle stands, is a stupid little antenna that fits on the radio box. That thing is extremely hard to find, and when you do find it, it is expensive. Today I am drinking Dad's Blue cream soda. I picked this up from Cracker Barrel, so let's go ahead and give it a try here. Tastes like cream soda. It's just blue. Good stuff. I'm a big fan of cream soda, actually. So anyway, my childhood memories of this came from John. He had this. We played with it in the backyard. Like I said, we played with the tent most of all. Actually, I'd like to buy a bunch of these tents and use those in a display. But yeah, we had fun with this. It's a neat little play set. $2.39 for it. Again, it made the price point pretty inexpensive for children with lesser money to have a chance to buy something, to buy an accessory, or to buy a vehicle, the smaller vehicles, with a little bit of money, and let them have something extra besides just an action figure. So if I had this as a kid, I would have played the heck out of it. But John and I certainly gave it a run for its money. On the box, it had Spirit on there, which makes a lot of sense. He was a tracker, so he could have backpacked all this stuff in. I don't know how he would have carried this huge mortar with him. I'm sure that was heavy. But Spirit was available that year, so of course they used him. But he was the perfect figure for it, so he could get in as close as he could through enemy lines, take his pictures, send the data back to G.I. Joe, and they could do their advance, and he would use the missile as cover for the Joes, or the mortars, the mortar launcher for the Joes, or as self-defense, one or the other. But no more jawing here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this awesome little toy. I absolutely love it. So here it is. Let's take a look at the figure stands. We all know what those look like. Just your standard figure stand. This one reads 1984, so this came with a different play set. I'll figure it out when I look at 1984, but these are pretty cool. It came with a spotter scope. This rotates around 360 degrees, easily detaches, has this bottom piece. This came with plenty of decals. So this is really neat. This could have been used as a spy drone. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like it has little wings and stuff. Use it as a spy drone. That would have drove John nuts if I would have done that. But yeah, there's his range scope. Here is the radio. You can see it has a lot of detail on it. There's a sticker on it with a screen, some buttons and dials, the antenna, which I'm not going to remove because it's fragile. Has a little knob right here on top. You could see the stress marks on the knob. So it can easily break off. Here's the ammo crate. You can see as well, and I just dropped mortars and everything. The ammo crate, it came with 6 sculpted in mortars and 2 identical mortars. My decals are starting to peel off. They do not fit inside of the mortar itself, but that's cool that it came with the mortars. Came with this tent. You can see it's done up in canvas, kind of a canvas print. Pretty nice. Says G.I. Joe on it. Has a G.I. Joe sticker and a star. The same thing on that side. Hollow on the inside, so you could lay your Joe in there and you know, have him go camping. The mortar itself has a movable bottom and an adjustment arm, so you could make the adjustments for it to fire straight up. You just work the elevation to how far you want to go. The cap does come off. Be careful of that. The cap can easily be lost. That just frictions right on. Why they didn't make it one piece is beyond me. That would have saved everybody a lot of heartache. So I'm sure kids pretended if it exploded they would pop the cap off. Right here is a dial that's supposed to dial in the extensions on the legs to spread them out or bring them in closer. Very cool playset all in all. I really enjoy this one. It's great for dioramas. It's just a very nice little playset to have around. Sorry, I was doing a little research trying to find where those figure stands came from. They'd come from a Battlefield accessory pack. I checked in 84 for their smaller sizes, or smaller size toys. I couldn't find anything. Checked in 85, couldn't find anything. So I'm baffled. If any of you know where those brown figure stands came from, please let me know. That I'm going to do more research on that, you know, because that's a real dome scratcher. But 85. We know that that was what a lot of collectors call the golden year of G.I. Joe. We Cobra didn't fare so well that year, but G.I. Joe got the Ostriker, the Armadillo, the Bridge Lair. Cobra got the Ferret ATV. Joe's got the Mylar. Cobra got the Moray. Very cool vehicle. I love the Moray. G.I. Joe got that pain in the butt Silver Mirage motorcycle. That thing fell apart. I remember when John and I put it together and we played with it, and it just kept on falling apart, so he just put it together and shelved it. It's more of a model than it is a toy, in my opinion. Then Joe's got the Snowcat, the tactical battle platform, and the coup de grace, the creme de la creme of all vehicles, the USS Flag. The small vehicles, the bomb disposal unit. Cobra got the flight pod, the night landing, and the blue snake armor, which is harder than heck to find. When you do find it, you pay a pretty penny for it. Then Joe's got the weapon transport. Then there were 2 Sears exclusives with the Cobra attack tank and the SMS. And the smaller play sets were the air defense unit, the checkpoint, the Cobra battle, the Cobra bunker, the ammo dump, the forward observation unit, and the Cobra rifle range. And of course there's a battlefield accessory pack and a mail-in parachute. So 1985 really started to pick up and give G.I. Joe a real shot in the arm, and made it a lot of fun, or I should say funner. It gave us more of a variety to play with and to enjoy, which I loved 85 because of all the new bigger and better things that came out. It was such a blast to play with all those new toys. A lot of neighbor kids had it, so we would either get together with all of our stuff, or when I went and visited each one of them individually, we would go and of course play with G.I. Joe if we weren't out riding our bikes in the desert. And we built a racetrack out there. BMX is real big back in the 80s, so we built berms to ride around. We built dirt mountains so we could jump on them. Those were always a lot of fun. It was a lot of work to build those racetracks, but it was simply worth it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get into Byron's Gripes, which is my favorite segment. For all those of you who are just joining me, thank you very, very much for coming in and stopping by this channel. Please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and tap the notification bell. That does really help the channel out. It lets YouTube know that this channel is being watched, and they could spread my videos around to other viewers to match what they are looking at. It was a lot of so that would really help me out. I would greatly appreciate it. I do Byron's Gripes as a means of entertainment for one, and also to educate you guys on what to expect for prices if you're new at collecting. I don't use eBay to pick on eBay or the sellers. I absolutely will not do it. eBay is just a mere what could I say? It just for the simplicity of using it. There are so many other great websites that sell GI Joe. You know, Big Bad Toy Store, Guru Planet, Amazon, and so on, where you could buy Joes from. But I do suggest that you check out your local comic book stores, vintage toy stores, thrift shops. You never know what you'll come across in a thrift shop. I came across some really cool deals on GI Joe. I bought 3 at one time that were near mint: a Viper, Destro, and Scrap Iron. The only problem with Scrap Iron was his foot was broken off. Otherwise, it looked like they came out of the package. So I got all of those for 50 cents each. Bought General or Hawk, Colonel Hawk, that came with their missile unit. I got him for 25 cents. So you just never know what you will find inside of these thrift stores. But those help out your help out a local business. You're helping a neighbor out. So I'd suggest you'd use those before you go to any other website. And that way you use a local toy store. You're not having to pay for shipping, and the sales tax stays in your state. All right, so getting to it here, we have one that's bagged and brand new, $110.46. That is pretty high, but it stayed in a bag for all of these years. 27 years, almost 28 years. So, you know, I'm not going to call it deal of the day, but that is a pretty decent deal. Here's the ammo crate, $4.50. A complete rangefinder, $7.99. We have one mortar for $3.99, one for $5.25. The tent, $11.99 or better offer. Ammo crate, $2.50. I'll put that up with deal of the day. We have a near complete observation unit for $26.39. That would be a build on a budget thing. Because this is almost complete, and I would just buy the tent and the figure stands and mortars and still come in way below a complete set, way below the price of the complete set. Because here is a complete set that comes with the blueprints for $50. Here's another complete one. Deal of the day, $19.60. I would jump on that if I were you guys. That is a steal for that one. Here's another one. Missing, looks like one figure stand and the radio antenna, but the rest is there. $19.95. Build on a budget there. Here's another one that comes with the figure stands, missing the antenna, $40. There's a bunch of stuff popping up here for $19.84. Here's one that comes with the box that's complete, that's for auction. I won't quote an auction price unless the auction ended. Here's another one that's incomplete. It's up for bid as well, for auction as well. Here's one that's complete that comes with a General Hawk, $46.50 or better offer. I'll put that up with deal of the day because it does come with an action figure. Not from that year, but it comes with an action figure. So that's it for all of those that are available. Let me flip around 1984 and take that off the end, because it says GI Joe Observation 1984. I'll take 1984 and move it here to the front. Let's see if we get more hits. Yes, we got a tent for $11. Here's a well, one missing. This looks like the same stuff. Oh, here's another one. It's just a parts fodder kind of thing. I'm not going to mention that one. Here's one for $15. Here's one that comes, it's auction, never mind. It came with the box, which is pretty cool. Here's one that's incomplete for $40.49. Really? $40.49 for this one being incomplete? I think not. That is just greed. This thing was around forever. It's not rare. Here's another one, incomplete, $20. I'll put that up a deal of the day. You could do a build on a budget with that one. Here's one that comes with the box, $49.99, deal of the day. It's complete with the box. And here's another one complete with the box, and that one's up for auction. So this thing is out there. I'm sure you'll find more on other sites. Like I said, this was just eBay. This would be a 2-hour long video if I scoured all of these other websites that I aforementioned. So there you have it, guys. The forward observation unit. A great toy, great for dioramas. This is, it looks so much fun. You know, all these years later, when I was 10 years old in in 84 or 85, no, 11 and 85 when this came out. So 48 years later, this thing still is awesome. Still looks like a lot of fun. I certainly enjoy this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I do hand out prizes when I reach certain goals. There is one person that hasn't claimed the prize, but he did turn in his notification within the deadline, so he's still eligible for the prize. I sent you an email. I won't mention your name, but I sent you my email address. Please send me your, please email me back with your address so I can mail your RAM cycle out to you. Please do that for me. I feel terrible for you not getting the prize. I'm sorry, I just barely woke up. Had a kind of a rough night. Didn't sleep very well, but please send me send me an email with all your information. I want to get this out to you. You earned it. So let's get that taken care of, please. Remember, guys, please be kind to yourselves. That's very important. Very important to take care of yourselves. First and foremost, please be kind to everyone. You never know what kind of day somebody's having, and be kind to animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. So anyway, take care. We'll see you next week for another G.I. Joe toy review. It will be October next week, my absolute busiest month, because I will be doing Friday Night Frights. Vampire will be showing up all month long with his toy reviews. So please tune in for that. If you're a horror fan, or if you just like to hear scary stories, we'll be reading from the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark series. We still have not finished that up. Absolutely love those books. So please, let's forgot to mute all my notifications. I record off my phone because I don't have a computer to use that beautiful camera that was gifted to me. Yeah, so please tune in next week for all of those very nice reviews. They are so much fun. I love doing them. Vampire loves doing them. I love reading Friday Night Frights. That is the highlight of my year, is October. So anyway, thank you guys very, very much. We'll see you next week for another toy review. This is Joe Motion Videos 82 saying bye for now. Take care. See you later.